Hey, good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. And welcome to May 1st, the month of May. One of my favorite months of the year. I don't know how you are. I love the month of May. Just things come alive at that time for some reason. So I promised you that we would kind of recap the last 30 days today. And so I thought I'd do it from here at my desk where I spend a whole bunch of my time. This is my little setup here where I work with clients and people and individuals. I have my iMac over on this side, which I can have somebody on a video conference and taking some notes here on my MacBook Pro over here, and spend a lot of time working with people one-on-one, individuals, coaching, whatever it takes to help people achieve their goals and to sometimes help to establish what they're trying to do in their world and in their life. So we spent 30 days, the entire month of April, spending it on a principle of Mr. Carnegie's every single day. And we started back on April 1st with don't criticize, condemn, or complain. And then we ended up yesterday, of course, with make the other person feeling happy about doing the thing that you kind of want them to do, and making them really feel good about that process. One of the things that came up over the entire month is that you do not, each one of these principles go together. It's not like, well, today I'm not going to criticize, condemn, or complain, and tomorrow I'm going to use people's names. Now, the goal of it is to start working and changing the way you deal with things. Now, we took 30 days. 30 days of making a change. And those are the type of things that we want to make sure that we continue to do going forward. It's not revolutionary. I mean, it really isn't. It's an evolution. It's taking something different and doing it every single day and building on it and building on it and building on it. And eventually you find yourself that you're doing it every single day. One of my favorite sayings is you can't say you did it every day unless you do it every day, right? And it's just putting your mind to that you're going to make that change in your world. It's not a lecture. It really isn't. It's just if you really want to accomplish something, if you want to make a change in your life, if you see that you're not getting along with people very well, or if you're constantly complaining about things, then make a choice and choose to do something different. Now, as I look back on the month of April, I mean, the principles that really jump out at me are, to be a good listener and encourage the other person to talk about themselves. To begin in a friendly way, which was principle 13. Principle 17, try to see things honestly from the other person's point of view. Throw down a challenge to people. Those are always principles. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. There are so many of them that I incorporate in my life, and I try to, and I am far from perfect. I mean, I will tell you that I have to talk about principle 12 too often, which is when you're wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. And that is something that you learn to do. You just learn to be a part of you. And when I make a mistake, which probably do every single day, I just have to try to do that. But it also has taught me to have enough strength in myself that when I'm not wrong, I'm not going to cave into people and just say, oh yeah, you're right. One of the things that really, all right, so something that really bothers me is when somebody says, well, that's just the way they are. Oh, really? That's just the way they are? Yeah, that person is just that way. Do we accept that? And it's not my job to change anybody else. I can only change myself. I can encourage people to take a look at themselves and say, hey, these 30 principles, when applied on a regular basis, can make a change in your life. Would you want that for your kids? If you just said, hey, that's my child, that's just the way he is. It's just, he's just lazy, or he's just this or that. I was talking to my daughter last night. I had a great conversation with Rebecca, and she was talking kind of about the people of her own generation and some of the things that frustrate her. And And it's interesting when you sit and listen to somebody and you encourage them to talk about things that are interesting to them instead of always telling them what interests you. You learn so much about another individual. So principles 7 and 8, be a good listener, encourage the other person to talk about themselves, and then talk in terms of the other person's interest. I mean, when you think about that, what a cool thing to do. I mean, to really start absorbing what somebody else is about. And maybe you'll understand them a little bit more, and you can help them. So, and I mean, help them. I just, whatever it is that they need help with, if you understand what they're going through, then you can make an attempt to assist them if you just encourage them. So these 30 principles are not there for any other reason but you to apply them in your life and to make something good happen in your life. And millions of people have gone through this program all over the world. You can do it online. I used to shy away from the online stuff. It's the same principle. It's the same reminder. If I'm in person with you, I struggle sitting in this chair, right? I'm like, I want to get up and I want to really get energetic, so it's difficult. Yet the principle of what is being brought across is still the same if it's online or if it's in person. So reach out, go grab information, become a sponge, learn about things. 30 days. We spent 30 days going through each principle. Review them. If you want a golden book, write to me. I'll send it to you. It doesn't cost you a thing. These are just reminders. I'll grab mine right here. So get yourself one of these. And you just sit there with the book and it's got every principle in it. And it's something that you can utilize on a daily basis. I see a lot of my former students, they keep them in their pocketbook or in their pocket or their coat pocket or something, and they're constantly using it. So I encourage you, not for me, not for anybody else, but for you. You deserve it, Be a conduit of positivity and self-respect. Be that person that wants to improve themselves every single day so that when our children or our friends or our family look in the mirror, they see a shadow of you and your positivity. Be that for other people. In times of challenge, be that individual that lifts others up instead of cutting them down. It's so easy to do that. I mean, you can go on Facebook and you can trash anybody you want. And unfortunately, some people do it on a consistent basis. But what does that bring you? Does that make you feel better for like 2 minutes? Does that make you feel bigger? Does that paint over your negativity? Or does it just shine more? And do people comment on it from the standpoint that they're probably in the same general vicinity as far as positivity as you are? Who knows? Who knows? Be a conduit of something positive. Help people out. Walk through your place of business with a smile on your face and a little jump in your step to make other people feel better and to make yourself feel better. And if you practice these 30 principles on a regular basis, call me in 90 days and tell me it did not change your life. If you go through and practice these principles every single day, and you can call me in 90 days and say, hey, Bob, I did it every single day. I practiced them all my heart, and nothing changed. I doubt I'll get that phone call. I really do. Have a great weekend, and I'm not sure when we'll be back here. We've gone through all the principles. Matter of fact, all of these principles are going to be uploaded to YouTube. Motivation U, the word motivation in the capital letter U. Motivation U, and on YouTube, there's a little channel there that I'm getting all the principles every one of the talks that we had over the last 30 days will be there. So go to that, take a look at it, and you can review those anytime you want. Some of them are done with Jimmy Casello, and some of them just me by myself. So appreciate it. Have a marvelous day, a wonderful day, and live those principles. 30 human relations principles. Call me in 90 days and tell me that it didn't change your life, but you got to do it every day. Thanks. Bye.